Hey, Scruffy. Some earlier tonight, huh? So I don't think Scruffy's that enthusiastic to see me today. He didn't even show up for lunch. Well, actually, he stayed hidden at lunch, and then after I went back in, he came to the bowl and the kibble. So he's waiting for me to leave. Oh, looks like it just started raining. Let's see if the ground's wet. Some quiet meows tonight. Okay. Okay, we're a little better with the pets tonight. So if you saw last night, so I got home a little late. So at the end of dinner. And I brought out um, um, an insulated box. So it's like a cooler, meat cooler. So my neighbors gave it to me. So they bought some meat, I guess, online, and it was shipped in a. Ooh, there's a nice meow. Shipped in a nice box. It's kind of a cooler. It looks like a standard cardboard box, but it actually has thick insulation, and so anyway, they've used it before actually to help some of the feral cats, and so they offered me one of their spare boxes for Scruffy. So when I brought it out last night, I think it freaked out Scruffy because he walked away, and I was sitting here for a few minutes, and then he finally came. But when he came, he was avoiding me, so he just kind of sit away from me. He didn't come over for pets. And he finally took a few steps closer, just barely in reach, so he wasn't very close. And then as I tried to gently start petting him, he pulled back, and then he started walking away. And then he sat down a little bit further away, and then after a little bit, he came back, and then finally succumbed to pets. But he was acting weird last night. So I don't know if it was the box or he was just being weird. So today, when I came out for lunch, I didn't see him. So, and I waited, I think, an extra half hour because I figured he'd eventually get here, but didn't see him. I saw him earlier today, and actually I saw him out on the deck not maybe a half hour before lunch, so I knew he was around. And he didn't come. So so I decided to make a few adjustments to his box. So I'm trying to figure out how to put in the thermal blanket. So I don't have any straw yet. I'm planning to get some straw eventually. But I wanted to put a thermal blanket at the bottom just to try to make it a little more comfortable and inviting. But I know he hates the thermal blanket. I've never figured out why. But he didn't seem to use the box last night. So I was actually peeking out in the middle of the night with a flashlight to see if he was in there, and I didn't see him. So I I kind of scrunched up the blanket and kind of folded it up. It's too big for the bottom of the box, so I wrapped it up, or I folded it in such a way that it kind of presses against the sides, but it was kind of drooping down, and it made it look like there was less space in there, and so maybe I started thinking maybe it's not very inviting that way. So at lunch I refolded the blanket so it's not climbing up the sides of the walls anymore. Instead, it's folded over, so it's basically just on the bottom. I was hoping to do a better job folding it, but it's not folded well. Right now, it's folded in such a way that the thermal reflective part is only partly up. So like 2/3 of it, it's the reflective part, and then because I had to fold it over, on the remaining 1/3 in the back is actually the underside of the blanket, which is the non-reflective part. I probably should think better about how to fold it, but oh well. I was trying to do it while I was out here, since I was kind of hoping Scruffy would come by. And yeah, he stayed hidden. But I'll see. I'll probably take a look tonight to see if he's in it. Though the temperature is actually going to be warmer, I think, than it's been, so he may not need the box anymore. I mean, it's still kind of cool, but you know, we're, I think, off the lows. However, the rains are starting like right now, so I can hear the rain right now. So it looks like we're going to get a bunch of rain in the next few days. But this whole section's dry, so I don't know if Scruffy is going to care about the box. The main reason for the box is it should be warmer, not that it's drier. I don't know, maybe at some point I'll try putting a little bit of kibble in the box just to get him to try it out. I think probably so far he's ignored it. But yeah, but the box has some really thick walls, so it should be very well insulated. So yeah, it's a pretty nice box. Probably better than I can make myself. So, Scruffy's pretty calm tonight. I don't know if he's losing interest in me, since he wasn't here at lunch, and he was acting weird last night, and tonight's not so great either. Though better than last night. But I guess I'll get him his food. Ready for your food? Yeah. Recognize the word food yet? I think you might. So you got smelly fish and kibble again. So I think, yeah, one more portion of smelly fish tomorrow. Yeah, I think Scruffy's fur is affected by the humidity. It's fluffier tonight. Yeah, so anyway, as I said, Scruffy wasn't here at lunch, or at least not when I came out. Didn't get any footage of him beforehand, but yeah, I did see him out about a half hour before lunch out in the deck sunbathing, or well, out in the deck. Yeah, the sun didn't come out today. It was overcast all day. I don't think it was. I didn't expect it to rain because I think the forecast for rain wasn't until tomorrow. But yeah, I was very surprised at how cloudy it was today. It really did look like it was going to rain. And but yeah, so Scruffy was out earlier, in the open. And then at lunchtime, I looked out here, didn't see him. Then waited another half hour, still didn't see him, and decided, well, I want to come out. I don't want to wait any longer. So I was actually planning to go for a run. Wanted to try to get my run over with. Especially since, yeah, the sun was gone and I was worried it was going to get too cold. Because, yeah, it's been a little chilly. So I came out, thought maybe he'd come while I was out here. But, yeah, he didn't. And I looked around, didn't see him. And then I started mucking with the blanket, trying to fold it better. And then after it's done, yeah, I think I poured the kibble on the plate, made sure the bowl was down, and went back inside. And then I think it was about 2 minutes later, I could see him through the kitchen window, and he was eating the kibble. So yeah, he waited for me to leave. So he was knew I was out here, but he's hiding. So I don't know what's up with him. I don't know. Maybe the box really freaks him out. Just the presence of the box is scaring him, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not moving it, so I wanted to try to use it as a shelter. So as I said, yeah, I'm planning to buy some straw next time Chewy gets the inventory back. And then I've read that for shelters, cats like straw because it's dry. Things don't grow in it, and doesn't collect extra moisture, and it's kind of an insulation. So the cats like to kind of use it as a blanket, from what I read. So they'll kind of burrow into it and use it for extra warmth. I was hoping the thermal blanket would be enough, but I don't think he wants to try it. So if I do get the straw, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the blanket in there and just put the straw in there, or if I'm going to take out the blanket and just put the straw in. And then since the box is open on the other side, I'm kind of worried the straw is going to fall out, especially if he does go in it. So I'm not sure if I could do anything about that. I was thinking maybe I could tape a piece of cardboard, like a flap or something, to basically kind of be like a little barrier so the straw doesn't fall out. But it might make it harder to get in. I'll see if I can find like a pan or a box lid or something larger than the box. I could put it underneath, and it could at least catch some of the straw that falls out. But I don't know if I have a lid large enough for that. It's kind of a large box. Put a garbage bag under the whole thing, so if it does fall out, I can easily scoop it back up or something. I don't know. Since I haven't ordered the straw, it's pretty far off. But been thinking about these things. So I think we're supposed to get a bunch of rain. I remember, I think a day or two ago I mentioned the weather forecast had the word hydrologic event. And I had to look up what hydrologic meant. And it meant flooding. So I think that implies we're probably going to get a lot of rain. And we don't get much rain in this area, so I don't think I've seen flood events that often. Not that I pay attention to flood warnings that often, because at least in this immediate vicinity, I don't think we've actually had any floods. Knock wood on that one, but Scruffy's done fast again. Move the balls. Yeah, there's kibble underneath. So I was thinking afterwards, after Scruffy left, or when Scruffy wasn't here at lunch, and after I left and left him the food, and then he came and ate it, I was thinking after the fact I maybe should not have left the kibble for him. So if he does that again tomorrow, I probably won't leave the kibble, because part of the reason I do that is I'm trying to get him to interact with me to some extent. I mean, I asked very little of him at lunch. I don't even pet him, but the fact that he's hiding from me, that's not the right direction, I think. So I probably should not reward that. And then it's actually reminiscent of the early lunches where he stopped coming, so I just stopped doing it. So there's a possibility I just stopped doing the lunch. Okay, folks, Scruffy's done fast tonight. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.